close your eyes. Close your eyes and you can chant it along with Manya. Om. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Guru Brahma.
Om Guru Brahma.
Guru Vishnu.
Guru Vishnu.
Guru Devo.
Guru Devo.
Maheshwaraha.
Maheshwaraha.
Guru Sakshat.
Guru Sakshat.
Parabrahma.
Parabrahma.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Narayana Samarambham.
Narayana Samarambham.
Shankaracharya Madhyamam.
Shankaracharya Madhyamam.
Asmadacharya Paryantam.
Asmad Acharya Paryantam.
Vande Guru Paramparam.
Vande Guru Paramparam.
Sadashiva Samarambham.
Sadashiva Samarambham.
Shankaracharya Madhyamam.
Shankaracharya Madhyamam.
Asmadacharya Paryantam.
Asmad Acharya Paryantam.
Vande Guru Paramparam.
Vande Guru Paramparam.
Dhyana Moolam.
Dhyana Moolam.
Gurur Murtihi.
Gurur Murtihi.
Puja Moolam.
Puja Moolam.
Gurur Padam.
Gurur Padam.
Mantra Moolam.
Mantra Moolam.
Gurur Vakyam.
Gurur Vakyam.
Moksha Moolam.
Moksha Moolam.
Gurur Kripa.
Gurur Kripa.
Hari Om to all the Atma Jyotis. I welcome all of you to this session of Gita. Now I pass it on to Vijay sir for the Gayatri Japa.
Thank you, Namit. I bow down and welcome all the divine Atma Jyotis to today's Bhagavad Gita Satsang. So, before we want to learn anything, we want to keep our mind clean and ready, isn't it? If you want to write something on the board, if let's say there's a lot of things written on the board, then you won't be able to write anything new. So what we are going to do in the beginning of our session is cleaning the board. What is our board? Mind. So because whatever we have to learn using our mind. So we will learn how to clean our board, mind. And for that, we've been using Gayatri mantra. Mantra. What does mantra mean? Mantra means It's a special sound. There are different sounds in life now. Everything that you speak is also sound. So you can, when you want to call somebody, you will say, hello, come here. Or you want to talk to your amma, you will say, amma, I want something. So that's also sound. The thing about sound is, some sounds can make you feel very sad. If somebody comes and scolds you, you feel very sad. Or some sounds can make you feel very angry. Some people can come and say some nasty things and you may feel angry. Or you can also cause sadness or anger through what sounds you make. However, mantra is a special sound, is a divine sound. It helps you to connect to God, the silence within you. And that helps you to clean your mind automatically. So we use Gayatri mantra. And then we will sit in silence for some time. Okay? And we chant Gayatri mantra for 9 times. And after that, we sit in silence. So let us begin now. All of you, please sit straight. Your back has to be erect. Please sit straight. Keep your feet together. Bring your feet together. And keep your hands comfortably on your lap. Slightly bend your head backwards. And close your eyes. Where you keep kumkum or vibhuti, in between your eyebrows, that spot, that is called as Agna Chakra. That is the seat of intuition, seat of higher learning. You can think of it as seat of higher intelligence. There you see the presence of Surya Bhagavan. Offer your respects and gratitude to Surya Bhagavan. Now, with that feeling of gratitude and love, let us chant Gayatri mantra for 9 times. Let us begin now. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonna Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonna Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonna Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonna Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonna Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonna Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonna Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonna Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonna Prachodayat. Be in your natural silence. See how silent your mind has become. This silent state of the mind is like a clean whiteboard. Let us use this to write the most meaningful sentences for your life. See yourself as a happy, healthy, peaceful, energetic, courageous, wonderful being who brings out the best qualities from within and helps the others around to bring out their inner best. See your family members, mother, father, brothers, sisters, grandparents. See them all happy, healthy, and peaceful. See your friends, relatives, neighbors, teachers, all the known people in the world. See them all happy, healthy, and peaceful. See all the people in the world, whether you know them or not. See all of them happy, healthy, and peaceful. Now see all the beings, birds, animals, plants, river, water, mountain, stars, galaxies. See the entire existence happy, healthy, and peaceful. in this lovely and wonderful existence. Once again, see yourself as a happy, healthy, peaceful, courageous, inspired, truthful being who brings out the best qualities from within and helps the others around to bring out their inner best. Become aware of your breath. Become aware of your body. Become aware of your surroundings. Gently scrub your palms together. Give warmth to your eyes. Offer your respects and gratitude to all the divine Atma Jyotis who are here today. And gently open your eyes. All right. So before we take the next step, any questions, anything that you want to ask about what you practiced so far? Good. If there are no questions, let's take the next step. So next is what do you think is the next thing? Tejas, what is the next thing that we do after we do the dhyana? Story.
Yes.
Correct. So today Namit has brought some wonderful story for us. Over to Namit.
Hari Om to all the divine Atma Jyotis here. So let us start with an inspirational story, which when I heard, I was really inspired. And we have seen so many magical things in movies, but today we are going to see something that has happened in a real human being and an ordinary human being who's just the same way like us. Maybe there is some difference, but but that person is also ordinary and has done great things. So now let us see who this person has climbed Mount Everest with being challenged physically. So let us see who is this. It is Arunima Sinha. So as you can see here, her leg is injured, but still she has climbed the biggest peak, mountain peak, which is Mount Everest, which is in the Himalayas. All of you might have read or heard about it, right? So yeah. So now she was actually a volleyball player. She was a volleyball player. Later, she was a mountaineer. Most of the Asian peaks. So, so let's see an incident from her life which changed her whole life. One day she was going to write CISF examinations, which is related to the security force of India. So then she was going to Delhi to write that exam in Padmavati Express. Then there were a few robbers in the train. They were there and she then also, as I told, she was a very good volleyball player. So what they did is they were jealous. It's common, right? And many people like sports players. Many get angry if they don't do well, who are attached to sports, right? So what they did is what they did is they took her purse and pushed her out of the train, and it's believed that almost 46 trains passed through her, which means so many number of wheels. In a train, so many bogies and so many platforms are there. There will be so many wheels. So it's if one wheel can pass through, your leg will get broken. So 46 trains passed through her leg, and she got a surgery to her leg in AIMS, which is All India Medical Science. It's a top medical research for doctors. So he was there. She went there for treatment, and then she went after that she didn't cry, and also she was given lot of compensations, 25,000, 1 lakh, so many compensations, and police also suspected of her. One was that she wanted to suicide, or she wanted to kill herself. So she jumped out of the train. That was one assumption the police made, and one more was that she was trying to cross the track, and then suddenly a train came, but she declined all these claims by the police, and what and she to, and she claimed that it was the robbers who had pushed her. So then what happened is, then even the court understood, and what they did is they told that 2 lakh paid to her. What the police they had to follow the court's orders, right? So they had to still her leg was like that, because Kula didn't change her leg or bring her into normalcy, right? She was the same way. Her leg was it couldn't be fixed. Only surgeries could be performed to make it better. So then all the surgeries, all then she went to Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. So then she got training. She she also went to Bachendra Lab. You may have heard of her. If you have not, you can now you can hear. So she is the first ever woman to climb the Mount Everest, which is the highest peak in the world. So she took inspiration from her. She also gave motivation. She was really happy. This girl has a broken like Mount Everest. That too, there are no steps. You need to do so much of trekking, and that too, landslides will be happening. You can't predict what will happen the next moment. So many landslides can happen, and you won't get proper grip. You need to wear grip shoes, and you need to have a stick. So it was really difficult to climb this peak. It was not very easy. It was not like there's a path. There's a free path where you need to just walk. That would be easy. You can walk, take the rest. But this one, a lot of trekking was there, and if you fall also, you need to be flexible. Lot of things she needed to adopt, and having a broken leg, she needed to adopt all these, and she did that. Time first peak was the island peak in Australia for practice, for training. She climbed that. She successfully climbed that peak. Then she climbed Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania, and finally, she also climbed Mount Everest, the first ever person to climb with an artificial leg. An artificial leg. That very difficult to walk. It's just for you don't have a leg, just for movements it's given. So that if you have a broken leg, you need to sit and you need to take the grip and move. But so it was just for moving for short distances, some few meters, some 100, 200 meters. But she climbed a mountain peak that is kilometers long. It's believed she took 17 hours to climb the peak, and with a broken leg, she has climbed for 17 hours. That's why inspirational. Um, Inspirational to hear the story. When I heard the story, I really got inspired by her. So, so let me tell what's the moral of the story and what the story is conveying it to us. It's not that we all need to climb Mount Everest. It's not like that. But the true message, what it conveys is that if you don't get if you don't get anything, you need to be determined. If you whatever may be the obstacle, if you think nothing is impossible, if you are determined, it was believed to be impossible for her to climb Mount Everest, such a huge peak. It was not a joke to climb with a broken leg. It may seem strange. How can she climb? But still, she climbed. So you need to be determined on what you are doing. Whatever the obstacles, you don't feel that obstacles are obstructing your way. If you are fully determined, nothing can stop you. So that's what the story conveys to us. And one more thing is that because she lost her leg, she was not like crying. Oh, I lost my leg. Many people lose their many people have this problem, and they're just like oh, it's there for the whole lifetime. But she got this at a very young age, and that too, it was not her old age. It was just maybe some 20s or 30s. She got injured, but she had a large part of life to live. So, right? So she was still a youngster, but still she climbed Mount Everest, and many groups funded her, like Ramakrishna Mission of Vadodara, and all helped her, gave money. But still, it's not easy. Giving money is more easier than climbing the peak. It's very difficult to climb this peak. So yeah, it's an inspirational story, and we need to try and apply the message from the story in our life. So, do you have any questions? You can raise your Zoom hands. I'll come to you one by one. Yes, Tejas.
So even though Arunima Sinha, she climbed Mount Everest even though she had a plastic leg. So is this like one of the stories where people say, where there is a will, there is a way?
Yeah, so you can relate it like that. As I told, if you're determined, you can achieve anything. Nothing can stop you. So yeah, we can absolutely tell what you're saying. If you need to have a will, like I want to do that. Willpower should be in you. Then you can achieve the more which the most toughest thing, the most toughest will become the most easiest ever thing.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So, any other questions? Okay. So, yes, yes, Ramakrishna.
Nimitanna, I didn't understand. Arunima Sinha actually, she climbed Mount Everest. Why did she go climb Mount Everest? I didn't understand that.
Because see, she didn't
Why did
she
she
got
climb
injured at a very
Mount
young
Everest?
age. So how to spend life? That is old age. You won't be living for many years. It's old age time. So then at least that too you don't need to move. That's the important thing. You don't need to move a lot when you're old. But when you're uh, nobody will be there. So you'll have to move. So she couldn't sit in one place. If with a broken leg, actually, if you it pains if you move. But she was very young, and she needed to spend her. She couldn't spend her whole life because that too she was a sports player, which meant that she needed to run, walk. Um, she needed to run and walk, and she was dependent on sports. Sports players believe sports as their career, and that's why they won't be doing two jobs like software engineer and sports person. They do only one job. So she's so how will she get something for her to live? So that's also what she thought, and she wanted to climb Mount Everest because she had a will. She in her mind it was there. So what I think is it's her wish, and I think she wanted to do it. She got inspired. Actually, she got inspired by Yuvraj Singh. He also had got cancer, and he still played cricket. If you have heard, he was he hit 6 sixers in a single over, and even he had a cancer. So she was inspired, and she climbed this Mount Everest. And
Namit, I want to add one more point there. So Ramakrishna, like Namit mentioned, in Arunima's case, people had false allegations that she went and she wanted to kill herself. Like that, they had false allegations. So she did not want to simply answer them back. She thought to herself, I saw this in one of her interview. She thought to herself, let these people speak whatever they want to speak, but I want to show through my actions what I can accomplish. So just because people were making fun of her or making wrong assumptions and saying wrong things, she did not try to answer them based on whatever they were saying. Rather, she wanted to demonstrate by doing something very, very challenging and difficult. So that's also another reason.
Okay, Vijay.
so now, if there are no questions, we can see what all you have understood. Yeah.
She she got surgery in a hospital, right?
Yeah. So yeah.
Which hospital was that?
I don't know the hospital, but later she was shifted to AIMS, which is the top university for medical science.
Okay.
So she was taken there for her treatment. It was very intense, and that too she was a sports player, right? So she was taken there.
She was a volleyball player, right?
Yeah, she was a volleyball player. Then after her injury, she became a mountaineer.
Okay, Nabit.
And one more homework for all of you is that that she was the first ever woman, or the first ever person to climb with a broken leg. So now find out who was the first people to climb Mount Everest, and you can tell it to me next class. Okay. So who wants to share their understanding? Ramakrishna, Kritika, Tejas, Darshak, Vidisha.
What should we say?
Your understanding. Yes, Ramakrishna.
Nimitan, I understood that Arunima Sinha tried and tried and tried so that she was successful. Like that, we know it is possible. It will become it's not possible for me if we think something negative. But when we say go that I can do it, we can it'll come true. We can it'll be a true one. We can think something positive and we'll do it.
Excellent, Ramakrishna. Let's clap for Ramakrishna.
That's all my understanding.
Yeah, you go ahead. You want to add something?
No.
Okay. Yeah. And now let's go to Vidisha.
My understanding is that if you have one goal in your mind, you should achieve it, and by whatever others say, whatever you think, follow that. Do not listen to others or whatever they're telling. If you think it is right, please do it.
Wonderful. So that's really practical in our lives. Like we see somebody else and we feel like they are doing something we should do. So many times I have felt like that. Somebody else, one person is doing, one group is doing. So I should also that I have felt many times. So whatever criticism comes, you shouldn't you shouldn't think about it. You need to answer it with doing something great like what she did. So that's really practical. Now let's move. Yeah,
And-
Vidisha, you have something to add?
Yeah. When did this injury happen? How old was she?
I'm not sure exactly when it happened, but what I know is it happened at a very young age.
She must have been some 24 or 26, Vidisha, when the injury happened.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So now let's move to Kritika.
So my understanding is like, as Vijayji said, she got injured at a very young age. She was a volleyball player. She loved volleyball, but she knew she couldn't play, but she never gave up, never thought bad, or never did anything, and confidently climbed Mount Everest, even though her leg is injured. And also thing is that she took inspiration from everyone, from everywhere, everything, from which day she climbed Mount Everest. And it's like she, she she was very, everyone were saying like you, she was suiciding herself and all about bad things about her, but she just took it in her right ear and left it in her left ear, thinking they're just saying that's none of my business, whatever they're saying is wrong, what I am doing is correct, there is no bad negative things which they're saying in me. You have to think like that and go ahead. If you think that whatever they're saying is wrong, example, someone say you are just a liar. You should not think that. If you have actually said a lie, then you have to just accept that mistake. But you should never ever accept if you never did something. She was very confident, brave, and these are the features of her, and these are the features which helped her to climb the Mount Everest.
Yeah, very nice. So let's give a big round of applause for Kritika. So now let's move on to the shloka and the contemplation part by Manya. So I pass it on to Manya for the shloka chanting and contemplation.
Hari Om again. Let me quickly share my screen. I hope it is visible. So I hope each one of you are excited for the next or this completely new Dhyana Shloka. Who's going to repeat after me this time? Who's that lucky person? Okay, I saw Tejas raise his hand first. So Tejas will unmute and he will repeat after me, and rest of you will stay on mute and repeat along with Tejas. Okay, great. Let us start. So Tejas, please repeat after me and keep your back straight, everybody. Fold your hands like this, close your eyes, and now you could repeat after me. Vasudeva
Vasudeva
sutam devam.
sutam devam.
Vasudeva sutam devam.
Vasudeva sutam devam.
Kamsa
Kamsa
chanura
chanura
mardhanam.
mardhanam.
Kamsa chanura mardhanam.
Kamsa chanura mardhanam.
Devaki
Devaki
paramanandam.
Paramanandam.
Devaki paramanandam.
Devaki Paramanandam.
Krishnam
Krishnam
vande
Vande
jagadgurum.
Jagadgurum.
Krishnam vande jagadgurum.
Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum.
Excellent, Tejas. Excellent, everybody. So let us understand the meaning of the shloka. Vasudeva sutam devam kamsa chanura mardhanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagadgurum. It means, O son of Vasudeva, O Lord who destroyed Kamsa and Chanura, the bestower of the supreme delight, to Mother Devaki, the teacher of world, I bow down to you, O Lord Sri Krishna. So, to contemplate further, I'm sure all of you heard the story of Krishna, where such a little Krishna went and killed this cruel Kamsa and the evil wrestler Chanura. He's so little, right? And Kamsa and Chanura are so tall, well built, hefty, so heavy, and exactly like giants. And then he killed him and he destroyed that adharma. So there's one lesson we can learn, that no matter what the external circumstances, but then there is always victory of dharma. And that is what Lord Sri Krishna has portrayed throughout his life, to always stay on the right path, the path of dharma, and that he shall always protect us, just like how he protected the subjects, the people who lived in Kamsa's kingdom, from all his atrocities that Kamsa committed. He killed Kamsa and he ended that reign of terror. The same way, no matter what difficulties we face, Krishna will always be by our side if we are on the path of righteousness or dharma, and he shall always protect us. The next line says that he is the bestower of supreme delight to Mother Devaki. So we know that the mother, the one who gave birth to Krishna, is none other than Devaki. So Devaki was in such a bad condition. She was inside the jail, but then she still tried to protect Krishna, and that is the and all of her hard work and all of the risk that she took in paid off, because Krishna gave her that bliss and happiness and delight and made Devaki happy. Similarly, Krishna bestows this bliss to all of his sincere devotees, to all of those who believe in Krishna. He showers bliss and happiness. And finally, he is the Jagat Guru, the teacher of the world. But why is he called the teacher of the world? We've seen many teachers, but then they usually the teacher or of the class or a few sections, or maybe they teach the entire school. But then the entire world, how is it possible? So Krishna gave us the Bhagavad Gita. And we all know that the Bhagavad Gita, or the lessons in the Bhagavad Gita, applies to all equally. In any age, the lessons never get old. It is that mathematical formula that not only applies for some problems with some terms and conditions, but then imagine a formula which applies for everything, any problem. It is that Bhagavad Gita is such a formula, or it's a way of life. It's a complete guide on how to live this life to the fullest and to fulfill why we are born, or the purpose of life. So that is the reason he is called the teacher of the entire world, or the Jagat Guru. And isn't it true that the person who wants to learn from, who's eager to learn, he can learn something from everything. You can learn from the coconut, you can learn from a toy, you can learn from a pencil or an eraser, any object, just name it, and you can learn something very nice, something very valuable from it. And what are all these objects that we are seeing in this world? It is the creation of Krishna, or it is the form. Krishna has many forms, and all of these objects are nothing but his forms. So that is the reason he is called as the Jagat Guru, or the teacher of the world. I hope all of you understood the meaning of this shloka. Any one of you have any doubts or questions related to the shloka?
Manya, before that, can I add one more point?
Sure, Vijayji. We would love to hear.
So, we heard Kamsa and Chanura. Both were evil. So, what did Krishna do? He went to defeat them. Now, that is what happened in the story. But how do I see that in my own life? How should you and I see that in our lives? So someday, many years back, thousands of years back, Krishna killed Kamsa and Chanura to protect Dharma. But how does it apply to me today? So there I can see what is Kamsa, what is the quality of Kamsa. Kamsa's quality was he wanted to be the sole king. He wanted to take away a lot of the wealth. He wanted to put his people in misery. Why? So that he can feel great. So that quality, the quality of suppressing others, the quality of hurting others, the quality of maybe even bringing destruction to others, that quality, the quality of the Rakshasa Guna or the demonic quality. So that quality is still alive, isn't it? Sometimes we may not be like Kamsa, but we may be a little naughty, isn't it? For example, we may feel like seeing something that we like, but it may not belong to us. We may take it without permission. Or sometimes we may feel like lying. All these represent the Kamsa qualities where within me. So only when I bring Krishna's wisdom, then only the Kamsa within me can be destroyed. And only when the Kamsa within me is destroyed, can I fully see the Krishna's quality come through me. So that is another way of looking at this shloka. Thank you, Manya. You can continue.
Thank you, Vijayji. Tejas, do you want to ask something? Sure, please unmute.
Actually, Chanura's brother was Mushtika, and Mushtika was actually wrestling with Balarama when Krishna was wrestling with Chanura.
Wow, excellent point. You know the story well. Very good, Tejas. So good. I'm really glad to see that you love reading stories like me too.
Thank you.
That's really nice point. I'm sure now all of you in the class now know that there was another demon or the wrestler whom Balaraman defeated. So anyone else have some questions or doubts related to the shloka or anything related to what we are doing now? Okay. So who wants to share their understanding on this shloka?
Actually, Margaret, say one like
Sure.
time of Krishna. So he, as you usually, he was breaking pots and drinking butter. So once he broke the pot and drank butter, so all the Gopikas came and said Yashoda that he's drinking all the buttermilk, curd and all. How should we give food, buttermilk, curd and all to Kamsa? So then Yashoda went and said this to Nanda. So he called Krishna and said, "Why are you doing like this? Should I punish you again?" So Krishna said, "Father, why should you send butter, curd, and all from our Vrindavan to Kamsa when our cows are giving us milk? Our cows are doing everything for us. Did he do any favor for us? Did he do anything to us? We are not his servants." So from this, Nanda Baba shifted for some days. He shifted somewhere else. Then he came back again after Krishna killed Kamsa.
Excellent. Very good, Kritika. Amazing. I really love the story. So in today's class, we had not just one story, but then so many stories. Each one of you narrated a tiny little story for us. This made it more wonderful and joyous to all of us. So the stages want to share what he understood from the shloka, his learning. So what did you understand from this shloka, Tejas? Or so now, like how Vijayji said, so we might have some bad qualities with us. So how do we destroy it? First of all, is it necessary for us to identify those bad qualities and destroy them?
Yes,
And
because
how?
because if we don't do it, then people will start to not like us.
Yes, that is one of the reasons. But whom do you want? Whom do you want to like you? Whom do you want to feel that you are a good person? Your
Krishna?
parents, your friends, but mainly Krishna. Excellent. Good, right answer. So, very nice. Who wants to share their learning on this shloka next about what they understood?
Can I say one point?
Sure.
If you do bad things, hell is known as bad and heaven is known as good. Bad things can go to hell. Good things will go to heaven. And in your next janma, if for example, I have just made a, I have just like made a hurt on my friend or something. So in my next janma, that will come as my karma, and that will affect me. So that's another point. Why shouldn't you do bad things? And bad things, God, if you do good things, God will stay with you. God will give you happiness. God will do everything. And also, you should never choose shortcuts. You should always take long cuts. Long cuts give you more understanding, more hard working, and long routes are also like you learn something in long routes. If you take a shortcut and just go for for the next level, it will be very difficult for you.
Very well put, Kritika. Excellent. Very nice. Who wants to share their learning?
I just want to add one point to what Kritika said, or rather a question. So, Kritika, one is heaven or hell. So, those who have been there have never come back and told us anything about it. But however, I will ask you a very simple question, Kritika. So, say for example, somebody scolds you, calls you by all sorts of wrong names. How does that make you feel? Do you feel nice, or do you feel
It
upset
will
and
feel
sad?
bad, but we should really not take it to our
Yeah,
heart.
we'll go to that. We'll go to that. So it makes you feel sad, isn't it?
It makes you feel sad, but you can also make it as
Yeah,
an
we'll come to
advantage
that. We'll
sometimes.
go to that. Please stay with my questions. Now, let me ask you the next question. Let's say you scold somebody. You say bad things about somebody. How does that make you feel and make the other one feel?
So, like, in a chance, if sometimes as a human, we will be in an angry mood, like we'll not have a control in our mind, and we can't scold, like we can scold by mistake. We will be so angry, tensed or something. So we can scold. We will feel bad that we did like this. Now that person is upset. We should not do that. The correct thing to do like that is just go and say sorry. But everyone tends or like they'd be scared, tense, or
What we need to do next,
shamed to
yeah,
say
what
sorry.
we need to do next is what we will discuss. But now I want you to focus on the feeling. So when you scold somebody or somebody scolds you, it makes you feel miserable, sad. It makes the other person feel miserable and sad. So a feeling where you're feeling very sad, miserable, isn't that what hell is all about? What is hell? A place where you're not happy, where you're feeling sad. But now let's take another example. Let's say there is a plant or a dog near your place, and you go and offer some little food when it is hungry. How does that make you feel?
That makes us feel happy. It brings a happiness in our heart, like we are helping. It's so happy. It can be
Excellent.
happy for some time. We get a feeling like that.
Excellent, isn't it? So a place where you are happy must be heaven, isn't it? Where you feel very content and peaceful must be heaven, isn't it?
Yes, Ji.
So it is related to what you do here. So what you do here matters a lot. If you do the right things here, it can bring out happiness, peace, and content for you. And you feel as if you are in heaven.
Yes, Ji.
All right. Kamanya, please continue.
Who wants to share their understanding next? Ramakrishna, do you want to share what you understood from this shloka?
Of course, I can. I understood that. I understood that Krishna actually was the son of Yashoda. When he was going, he missed his mother so much. Like that, we should also feel alone. We should also live alone. I understood that.
Very good, Ramakrishna. Excellent. So, Darshak, do you want to share what you understood?
No.
So, okay. Darshak, could you unmute? Are you able to unmute? So now, based on our discussion so far, I'll just ask you one nice question. Okay, it's going to be very fun. So imagine that you take a knife and you throw it in the air. What happens?
The knife may fall on someone.
Yes, excellent. So what happens if it falls on someone?
They will get hurt and or severely injured.
Pain, right? Now imagine we throw many flowers which are very fragrant, pretty looking, colorful, bright. We throw them up. What happens?
People
It
are like,
falls on someone and they'll be very happy, proud.
Correct. So whether we throw a knife, it comes down, it may fall on us or it may fall on others and cause pain, distress, and it is nothing but hell there. But at the same time, if we throw some flowers, then it may fall on us and so many other people, and it spreads joy and happiness. Right? Similarly, all of our actions, we must try to spread joy, happiness, and make it like a place of heaven, not only for us, but for all the people around us. So Excellent, everybody. I hope all of you liked today's session and the shloka. But then here is a surprise for all of you who were here. Before that, let us quickly chant the Sri Krishna Hare Mantra, Sri Krishna Maha Mantra. Please repeat after me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, so now there's one little surprise for all of you. So we have the quiz time. Just 2 questions, very fun. Okay, whoever knows the answers, you can raise your hands and then I'll let you unmute. Who is the guru of Krishna? We learned in the shloka that Krishna is the guru of the world, the entire world. He is the Jagat Guru. But then Krishna also had a guru. What is the name of the guru of Krishna? So we have 4 options here. Guru Drona, or Guru Vishwamitra, or Guru Sandipani, or none of these. Okay, I see that Ramakrishna raised his hands first. Go ahead, Ramakrishna.
I think it is none of the above.
Okay,
Because
so
Krishna didn't have a guru.
okay, let us see. Okay, what does Tejas want to say?
I think it's Guru Sandipani.
Wow, very good. So, even though Krishna was the guru of the entire world, when he took the avatar and came on earth, he tried to be like a normal human being. Actually, he was trying to set a role model for all of us. So he followed just what every other human being would do. So he did go to a Gurukul, and the Gurukul, the teacher or the guru in that Gurukul was none other than Guru Sandipani. And the Gurukul was named after the Guru, and it was called Sandipani Gurukul. Now, the last question. Among the following, who is the Gurukul friend of Krishna? Krishna had many friends, but then one of those friends are famous, very popular, and especially because of the Gurukul incidents. So I see Darshak raised his hand first.
Sudama.
Very good, Darshak. Excellent. Very nice. So Sudama is the correct answer. And Arjuna, we know that he's one of the best friends of Krishna, and Krishna recited the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. And Balaram, we know he is also a friend, but he's the elder brother of Krishna. And Radha is also a very nice friend of Krishna. But Sudama is the Gurukul friend of Krishna. Very good, everybody. Great job. So I pass it on to Namit for the closing prayers.
It was a wonderful session by all of you. All of you have participated so well. Each and every one of you have understood the shloka in a beautiful way, and questions which bring so much learning to all of us. As I told in the starting of very first class of the introduction session of this Gita classes, I was looking forward to learn from all of you, and that has come true, and I'm learning so much for all of your questions. So beautiful questions, and each all of your understanding, though it is telling the same message, all of you tell it in different ways, which brings a beauty to the message. So I really like the way all of you participated, in these Bhagavad Gita classes are. It should be, everybody should participate in this. So wonderful session, wonderful contemplation by Manya. Now let's end the session with the closing prayer. So, all of you please sit straight, join your hands, close your eyes, and chant the shloka along with Manya. Om
Om
Asatoma
Asatoma
Sadgamaya
Sadgamaya
Tamasoma
Tamasoma
Jyotirgamaya
Jyotirgamaya
Mrityorma
Mrityorma
Amritam Gamaya.
Amritam Gamaya.
Om Purnamada
Om Purnamada
Purnamidam
Purnamidam
Purnat
Purnat
Purnamudachyate
Purnamudachyate
Purnasya
Purnasya
Purnamadaya
Purnamadaya
Purnamevavashishyate.
Purnamevavashishyate.
Nanu
Nanu
Nanembudu Nanalla
Nanembudu Nanalla
Ideha
Ideha
Manabuddhi Nanalla
Manabuddhi Nanalla
Sachidanandatma
Sachidanandatma
Shivananu Nane
Nananu Nane
Shivoham
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 Antarjyotihi
Antarjyotihi
Bahirjyotihi
Bahirjyotihi
Pratyagjyotihi
Pratyagjyotihi
Paratparaha
Paratparaha
Jyotirjyotihi
Jyotirjyotihi
Swayam Jyotihi
Swayam Jyotihi
Atma Jyotihi
Atmajyotihi
Shivosmyaham
Shivosmyaham
Atmadarshanam
Atmadarshanam
Brahmadarshanam
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 Satyadarshanam.
Satyadarshanam.
Om Sahana Bhavatu
Om Sahana Vavatu
Sahanau Bhunaktu
Sahana Bhunaktu
Sahaviryam Karavavahai
Sahaviryam Karavavahai
Tejasvinavadhitamastu
Tejasvinavadhitamastu
Ma Vidvishavahai.
Ma Vidvishavahai.
Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah
Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah
Sarve Santu Niramayah
Sarve Santu Niramayah
Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu
Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu
Ma Kaschid Dukkhabhag Bhavet.
Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet.
Sarvesham
Sarvesham
Swastir Bhavatu
Swastir Bhavatu
Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu
Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu
Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu
सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु
सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु
सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु
लोकाः
लोकाः
समस्ताः
समस्ताः
सुखिनो भवन्तु
सुखिनो भवन्तु
लोकाः
लोकाः
समस्ताः
समस्ताः
सुखिनो भवन्तु
सुखिनो भवन्तु
लोकाः
लोकाः
समस्ताः
समस्ताः
सुखिनो भवन्तु
सुखिनो भवन्तु
हरिः ओम तत्सत्
हरिः ॐ तत्सत्
श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम
श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
gently rub your hands, place it on your eyes and open your eyes. Hari Om to all the Atma Jyotis.